And for today's video, might I add while I'm at it, there is no outfit change. But, you know what there is? Two things. A microphone. It's not what I want, I really want like a thing. But I'll take it, yes I will. And two, and may there be a drum roll for this. Snapple has returned. I have missed her with my life. Hear this. Was that not orgasmic? It was for me. So let's take a drink for Snapple's sake, for my sake, for the protagonist's sake. And that's what you all are to me. Whoa, I actually really needed that. Okay. But in all seriousness, I wanted to today because actually, you guys, like, I have a lot going on.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because
So it's Memorial Day weekend coming up, and I've decided to fly home. And a part of why I'm flying home is a part of why I'm making this video, but not like really. But it's just been too long since I've seen my family. I am a family oriented guy and I miss them all like mad. And I feel like, I guess I'm just getting into it. I feel like I'm at that point, I'm 25, where everyone's sort of starting to no, but that's not even true. And this is what I'm saying. I feel like my internal clock feels like everybody is starting to cement in a path. They sort of had their early 20s to question a lot. And now, while they're still questioning, their roads are starting to not me do it, path. The paths are pathing. My path is pathing, but it's sort of doing this. And the truth is, I think everybody's is. And I do think it's in my own head that I feel like I'm the only one who's sort of struggling, even though I've talked to so many people and they're also struggling. I guess, admittedly, I thought I would be struggling less by now. I sort of figured by now I'd have enough courage to live boldly in every choice that I make. But I'm still questioning. Self doubt still rules a lot of what I do. And I'm just kind of mad. Is anyone else kind of mad at that? Yeah, like I feel like making art has always been the hardest ambition, but at least it is for me. It feels like art is life or death in the most dramatic sense and in the least dramatic of senses. It feels like this world just does not respect the artist. They might have respect for the art, although do they? But the artist is always second fiddle. I have, since moving to the East Coast, come to realize that it's really difficult. And, I started this channel because it felt like I just needed to throw something out into the universe because I felt like I was drowning in questions and feeling like every turn I made was the wrong turn. And I still feel that way. I fight a lot of laziness as well, which is the killer of art because art doesn't make itself. And most of the times I'm able to fight through that, but not all the time. And you know what? America is a pressure cooker. I would go as far to say this whole world is. It feels like if you're not always innovating, then you're drowning. And I've been on a journey of balance, stepping back, and really of nesting. I have found that my home, like where I record, like just this is the safest place for me. I feel very soft because I know a lot of the times a part of nesting is you feel like you're a moth in a cocoon. You're recovering, you're healing, you're going through a metamorphosis, and a lot of times people will try to poke and prod at that. So you need to, within that cocoon, find strength, and that can come from people's YouTube videos. At least it really has for me. My home now is also where I think it's, and I'm literally just coming to this realization, but I think it's the only place I feel safe enough to create art is in this room. Wow. And that's hard for an actor, although I haven't really been doing much of that because, and this is the other problem with art. You get so close to the sun, and I guess in that I mean like you're in such a force of creation, and then something can happen, and all of a sudden you're burned. And I got burned a summer ago. I lost self worth, or it became hidden to me. My self confidence was diminished. And I've been really on a journey since to bring it back, to pull it back up. And I think that I'm recovering. I'm in therapy. And my therapist has been, I mean, I'm actually incredibly lucky when it comes to therapy. Every single therapist I've had has challenged me in the perfect way. Either that they were sensitive to my every whim, they gave me homework, they pushed back, their attitude was too strong to not show itself in meetings, or they had no perceived attitude, and I had to force myself so largely into the rooms. And each one of them has brought me something. And the one that I'm with right now, she's dedicated to getting to the core. That's been a metamorphosis. If anyone's out there not knowing how to create, the answer is you just create. But there's another part of it too. I think we need to hear ourselves and hear where we're at. My mom very recently told me that she sometimes said, "This is me, remember me." Because at least in the city I'm in right now, I can get so lost to other people's goals and ambitions, both that feel like are unattainable for me or that they want me to have. And people also act like their opinion, their sense of the world is fact. Or if it's not fact, they're acting like they're saying it to you and you need to hear it because you've never thought of it yourself. Let me tell you, if I hear one more person tell me that New York will make or break you, do you not think that almost, let's see, I moved here officially in September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April, May, almost into June, that I don't know that? I do. Thank you. And most of the time, like, I still respect those thoughts and opinions, but I wish people had an easier time listening. But everyone has something to share, including me. Here I am. I have a YouTube channel. Art is so important to me. Art is all I have. And yet there have been so many times when I've run from that fact, and I caught myself running from it again. I'm in this corporate job. And life is a balance. I'm beginning to embrace that, but I have a stubborn fire in me that says, but what you still need to do right now is throw yourself in your creation, in all that you create, in all of your art. And finding a job that can pay the bills is 100% necessary. But question if maybe you would be okay with making less money and able to have more time to ideate, because that's the one thing I think artists do. No, why am I trying to speak for other people? It's the one thing I want to do as an artist, is to ideate. I don't want to conclude. I want to question. I want to throw those questions on the wall and then have the world decide what they might mean. But to ideate means you have to have time to, well, do that. I sort of thought, after working at a bakery where it was like I'm either starting my day at 3 p.m., ending at midnight, or, when my schedule was so wacky, that it would be so much better to have a 9 to 5. There are benefits, but I think that I can already see the claws of that type of corporate capitalism trying to scratch at my back. I'm not letting corporate America do that to me. And I think that they can tell that very recently, as in this past week, I have stopped looking for their approval. It wasn't getting me anywhere. Anyways, and prior to this job, I was in such a state of survival that when I was finally able to, when I got the job, it was just like, please, like, I can't lose this. And I still can't. So I'm not ignorant to the fact that that means that I still need to work. But my mission is not money. My mission is the thing that people tell me doesn't exist and that I have tried to shift away from too. It's to be happy. And some people have told me, you don't work to be happy. You work to be able to do things that make you happy. Or I guess there was like, work isn't what makes you happy. Work is what gets you to things that make you happy. Whatever. Point being, I fucking disagree. Or better yet, I disagree for me, and I accept the consequences of what that might mean. I also accept that within those consequences, it'll mean other areas that were once happy might not be. But I think happiness is actually a wide array of emotion. And I just spend 8 hours every day, Monday to Friday, in a place that doesn't make me happy. And that's the majority of my life. I'm tired of running. I'm tired of acting like I don't know who I am. I don't know. No, I do know. It's a really hard life for an artist. And if you're not and you relate to any of this, that's probably because it's just a really hard life, just in general. Yeah. I actually have like a fun video plan. It's just this week and the next can't, because I'm just traveling and stuff. It's just like it can't happen. Maybe I'll try it. I'll do what I can, but this has been on my mind. I mean, I've hinted at it in some other videos, like, y'all, this has been a week. And all of that hinting is because I have felt like I'm drowning in trying to be what other people want me to be. And I don't blame them for that. It's what happens when you're a person who is soft. And I love being soft. I love that I feel so deeply. But sometimes be bolder, be stronger. And so I've learned just how strong I am, or I'm learning. Yeah. I don't know if this will reach, but I hope it reaches somebody who needs it. Bye.